This is Asvardal and welcome to my Game Dev Livestream. Today we're going to be working on Sara the Shieldmage in this slightly abbreviated livestream. It's abbreviated because I did a Dragon Warrior 1 speedrun a little bit earlier. I felt I hadn't done any speedrunning content in some time, but well, that's not really important right now. What is important is you're seeing a brand new mini dungeon, the Ruins of Feldhold. This is actually part of my expanded Thin Slice that I'm working on. The Thin Slice itself was a success. Everyone loved it. It played to the expectations of a JRPG very well, and people want to see more. So I am expanding this game project. I'm working on actually adding the first couple of phases of the main storyline, and I decided to start with the hard one, get it out of the way, and work on the Ruins of Feldhold. Now, some sort of background. First, I haven't done a lot of work on games in general this week. I've actually taken a week off, so that's a thing. Next thing, well, other than the fact that I'm back, kind of what's going on with this dungeon is the goal for the player is to get to this chest right over here, but in order to do that, they need to open some doors in order to do that. To do that, I implemented a brand new new mechanic. It's something I've seen in Zelda Oracle of Ages, and it's called a disco floor. Actually, I can go ahead and demonstrate to you guys what we're working with right now. So I've got my battle rate set. That's another thing. I also created a topic on the Speed Demos Archive website, and I got some great suggestions on how to make a Eastern RPG a little more speedrun friendly. Go ahead and get through this battle right here. I've done a lot with the game, like the fade out effect you just saw. That's new. I got a little bit of help with that. The cave bats I actually implemented. Crap, I didn't hit them fast enough. What's going on with the cave bats is they've got a lifesteal mechanic on their melee attack. And I'd implemented them actually immediately after my last dev livestream. So I've got a few more enemies in this Thin Slice than I did before, but here we go. Here's the disco floor. Pretty much there's this yellow slot, which is the active one. The orange ones let you know which ones you can step on in effect next. When you step on them, the one behind you starts flashing colors. So you can run across all those, and yeah, you see the door just went right down. And also this sort of traces your thing. Sort of the way I'm doing this in terms of the level design is I have sort of this basic one that you can't possibly screw up. The whole point of this disco floor is to teach you the disco floor mechanic. There's also a trigger around this that prevents you from being able to get into random battles. If you notice here in the battle manager, my battle rate is temporarily set to 0. I step away and it goes back to well, what it was. Also, there we go. Need to do something about that collision box, because that's suboptimal. Got the cave bat right away. Always want to get those bats. I think there's a long-standing rule in Eastern RPGs, bats are jerks, and I wouldn't want to defy anyone's expectations of that. That might make someone sad, and I don't want to do that. But yeah, so here's another one. This is a slightly different one. You can screw this one up, but getting into a random battle will reset it. And for solving it, there's a treasure chest. I went ahead and just used the treasure chest data from one of the Crystal Cave um, treasure chests. I figured that would be a better way of doing things. Now another feature of these two, though, is and something I intend to fix at some point when I get through this random battle right quick. Actually, this is what I was going for, the random battle. I wasn't going for the whole. I wasn't going for the inability to get over the door, but yeah, if you've already solved one after a random battle, it'll just remember the fact that you had previously completed it. It won't remember like the exact sequence because of the way the way my RPG engine is working. I actually might game over here. Yeah, I game over. It's another thing I need to implement, and I'm gonna do it probably off stream one of these days, but let me go ahead and cheat because I am the developer. Turn off my battle rate altogether. Show you guys sort of what I was trying to get at. Other than the fact that I can't get... There we go. I'm gonna look into what's causing that to fail. Go, so the disco floor going. It opens up both these doors, which allows you to get to this chest, which is going to have a major key item and will trigger a cutscene when I implement that. For now, though, there is one slight thing missing, though, before I can do any of that. Sort of at this point in the game, you are expected to have 2 party members because in the very first part of the sequence, the entire first part of the main sequence is about defining the problem statement, letting the player learn the basic controls, but also they get their other character. You start with Sara, but you also get another character named Davis. And tonight, that's really what I wanted to get started on. On the one hand, I know Sara isn't she isn't fully finished yet. On the other hand, though, we really need Davis in order for all of this to go down correctly. I'm going to go ahead and start by setting him up with some stats. Sort of my concept of how Davis works is that Davis is a more he's a more offensive character. So as a result, he's going to focus on a more where Sara is very defensive and has a lot of moves centered around just protecting other party members. Davis, nah, that's not his MO. He's going to be right out there. See, I'm going to go and give him just that, and it's going to have a basic attack and magic modifier. He's going to already have going to have guard armor. I don't know if this is the correct... Oh, not 7. That'll make his hearts weird in battle. And no accessory. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, his whole thing is going to be about offense. He's a fighter. And his primary ability is thrust. Just do that. ATB cost, target enemy. Attack. It uses his attack animation and deals bad effect. Actually, I'm going to go with cast spell because he's still using Sara's battle piece for the time being, and it will use the low damage bet. So yeah, let's see how that goes. So one thing I need to bind up is these next and last buttons. What should be happening is you click these and all of this changes. Actually, I think I see what's going on. There's another bug in this, yeah. But yeah, you can see that Davis has his thrust ability. That's unusual. Actually, how's my... Yeah, my battle rate's set to 1, that's right. Okay, so let's get into a random battle. This isn't Dragon Warrior, so the game doesn't have to troll me. There we go. Something's wrong. That's weird. Okay, stuff ain't right. But there is one sort of practical concern, though, and that's we've got to create some very basic artwork for Davis. I can go into the debugging a little bit later, I think. Go ahead and start that up for you guys. Actually, let me check my stream right quick and see how it's looking. Y'all's perspective. I went ahead and ditched the chatty client for the time being, just because I don't see that it's just too difficult with one monitor. I want to be sure I see what you guys are seeing. I want to make sure. I specifically want to make sure my frame rate is good. It's loading video. That's one thing. Let me go ahead while we're at it and start a new 128x120. Actually, hold that thought. We can do this a lot more simply. We could do it the hard way, or we could do it the easy way. I choose the easy way, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know about you. So right now we have a whole bunch of stuff for Sara, which is good. Well, shadows aren't, but based female post. Tell you what, let's go ahead and get a base male pose. Let's get our guide box going as well. Okay, so a few things about male figure. One, we're not this curvy. Could probably go up to like that and be fine. It's not to say the male figure doesn't have curves, but just not that many. Can also that. Also, while there are such things as men's heeled boots, you particularly see it in the southern United States with cowboy boots. Generally, a male's foot fashion is going to be a flatter boot, so that's a thing. Alright, with that, I can start messing with some of these poses a little. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all these layers, my unorthodox layer setup. Sort of move everything to those. Okay. I'm going to create a whole separate layer group called Davis Animations. This is going to have... I'm going to start with battle frames because the battle system is the primary place that you're going to be seeing Davis. Facing left animation. Specifically within that, we need battle animations. Then I'm going to go ahead and copy the space mail pose up. I'm going to stick it in the layer group. The reason being so that I have a quick reference, and I can quickly actually delete that together. I can go ahead and just work with existing pixels, which is going to do much in the way of preventing me from replicating work needlessly, because even though pixels aren't as scary as some people think they are, fact is they're still pixels. You still have to do them. I still don't think the hips look. Actually, expand his back a little bit. This is all going to get overwritten anyhow. There we go. Okay, so we have a base male, and we need to make him Davis, the impulsive, brash JRPG hero that everyone is going to know and love. To start with, we need to give him a haircut. And because he's a male JRPG hero, spiky hair. Cliches are not bad, ladies and gentlemen. He looks like he just got out of bed at the break of noon, which is absolutely perfect for a JRPG hero. That's how we know they're going to do their job and save the world. So that's the thing. The great thing about pixel work in this early phase where we're animating is you really don't have to deal too much with colors just yet. That's where you can lose a lot of time. You can just start by actually, I'm going to be Davis Field Idol. You can just use the fill tool, and that greatly reduces the amount of work that you actually have to do at any given time. Now, I'm seeing my stream, and I'm noticing it's a little bit choppy. If any of you guys watching wouldn't mind me some feedback and making sure this doesn't get too far out of control. Now, Davis's whole thing is he's a knight. So we're going to need to do a little bit more than what we did with Sara. With Sara, we gave her some light armor, the premise being she's an armored mage who's expected to be on the front lines. Davis, on the other hand, his armor is going to be a little bit more involved. You see, he, simply put, shanks noobs. That's his MO. That's what he does. When you are Davis, you shank noobs. Actually, you always have Davis in the party in my design for this game. The reason being, Sara's a very defensive support character who is intended to get you through the majority of the battles. Davis, on the other hand, is what is going to let you actually win them. That being said, there's going to be other characters that you are going to need to have in your party. Sort of Davis's whole storyline in the game is he's going to actually have been a member of the Big Bad's forces. He was fighting for Ross Flugel when Sara's hometown was doomed, and his whole thing is, well, Sara saved his life in it during it because his allies were about to finish him off, so she just sort of assumed that okay, he's a defector. He's actually on our side. When he came to after she'd healed him, he beat the crap out of her because he's freaking out. But on the other hand, he was defecting too because he saw what Ross Flugel's forces were actually doing. He went to the city of Nuria, turned himself in. Um, they were going to execute him, except that Sara showed up. Actually, do I really to? I don't give him. I don't like how this is going. Actually, let's try this. Yeah. So his whole thing is, he's got a. His whole thing is pretty much the standard JRPG redemption trope. He's got to figure out, if you're supposed to be a knight and you've done bad things, how do you live with that? I mean, over the course of the game, in his story arcs, well, he'll find an answer. You, the player, will be able to help him do that. So let's go ahead. Some of the details on the boots going. Right now, his design is very basic. I think there's a almost deceptive effect going on with his pauldron there, and I'm not fond of it. I think it breaks the illusion too much. Go. So yeah, He's a JRPG. He's a spiky-haired JRPG hero who uses a sword, who learns what it means to actually be a hero, and that's going to be his whole shtick. Okay, this is going to be his belt. That's going to be detail on his armor. So there we go. This is Davis in his guard armor. Actually, I think I made his gauntlets too far up. I want to sort of extend them to about the same area that Sara's. Yeah, because see, I did that up there too. It's not though. Actually, you know what? There we go. Spiky haired Davis. Then I'm just going to transform. I went ahead and since Davis isn't the primary character, I can get away with giving him a little bit more symmetry in his look. For Davis, it's not really important that he be it's important that he be visually distinctive with color and with recognizability, but it's not the level of detail that Davis demands compared to, say, Sara is when you're going to see Sara most of the game. And his whole thing is going to be um, his whole thing is going to be more accent, and I'm going to be able to achieve more of that by emphasizing good coloring and more interesting yeah, just more interesting coloring, really. Battle idol left, no, that Davis Vass, okay. Davis battle idol. So Davis, no, I was right. I don't need to second guess myself. Actually, let me go extend it. So the copy. Davis idol. There we go. Okay, so Davis's battle idol animation. Pretty much, he's a swordsman. He needs to be using a Chudan no Kamae. For those of you not initiated in swordsmanship, Chudan no Kamae is a middle position. He needs to be holding the sword such that it is guarding his solar plexus, and he can easily move into any possible attack or block or whatever. And to do that, we're going to have to move his arms. Actually, no. All right. Apologies for the interruption stream. Actually, let me see how everything's going. Okay. Just making sure my stream was still picking up everything. Had some again. Sorry about that again. Give him a little bit more detail on the sword. That does not. Actually, no, that can be made to work. I'm gonna have to extend the sword a little though. Okay, so he's got his sword. It's quite long. Crap, I'm making the Yahweh fangirls day by saying this. Actually, to sell the illusion, to go ahead and give a little this sword a little bit more length first. Yeah, there we go. Sort of makes him look like he's in a guard position. It's not quite Chudan no Kamae, but it's probably it's probably good enough. Except for the parts where it's not. Yeah. We do something to remedy that though. There we go. So that's the upper body in something resembling the correct shape. Selling that mostly through the shadow. The other thing though I want to do is have it such that um, his left heel is, or his heel is raised. That's another key thing I've learned from my time in sword fighting is you sort of want your balance to be like on the front of your body so that you can quickly react. And Davis is a swordsman, so that's going to be his thing. Mess with his hair. It's not anime enough, I don't think. It's more anime BS going on in his hair. There we go. Actually, no. Okay, so that's a battle pose for Davis. Let's export it. And I'm not going to export the shadows this go round because I know the shadows are off. It's not even a question at this point. So there we go. Okay. Davis Davis battle. He's only going to have one thing under cast spell. That's his awesome pose. He's only going to have one thing under good effect. And that's his awesome pose. He's only going to have one frame under bad effect. And that's his awesome pose. So, there we go. Let's go ahead to Davis battle. There we go. What's up? Alright. So, bugs in the menu system out of the way. Let's see, argument out of range exception. Okay. Player information presenter dot update ATB. Oh crap, that's right. I didn't give in the battle provider. I didn't give Davis a. I didn't set aside a frame for Davis. Oh, so that's the thing. Okay. I have to create a thumbnail for Davis, but I'm probably not going to do that on stream. I might do that over the week. Yeah, so pretty much what I need to do then, let's see, 0, 1. I'm pretty much just going to need to nudge everything over a little bit. Actually, this is a job for the battle scene. A ruins battle. So we've got an ambassador, we've got battle referee with position set up. Let's see what we've got. Okay, so I can pause that. Player info presenter. So the background, I can probably move over that. I'm just going to go ahead and add 0.3 to all of these. Then there's system 2. It's always pleasant. 4, 5. Just adding 0.3 to everything. So let's try that. Oh, I also need to associate bit system 2 to both the health and the ATB. Problem is, I don't see Davis's thing changing any. Now, some of this is going to have to change at a later date because, well, for starters, we're not always going to have 3 dudes. We're going to have sometimes 2, maybe even sometimes 1. Think of just for extra dramatic tension. We're get system 2, system 2. Everything to over by 0.3, about a third of the screen. Okay. And I'm gonna apply the battle referee. There we go. Let's give it a shot now. Okay. So that works. Alright. Let's get another random battle going on. Okay. So we still have some problems. Sarah's got a full ATB bar. Davis's hearts are kind of actually Davis's hearts. Davis. Yeah. If Davis's armor is unequipped, he will have no health. That's a problem. I got a little too clever on his HP. He's gonna have better armor on him by default. Because, what if you go... Yeah, guard sword, guard armor. If you get another suit of guard armor in your inventory, or if you get another suit of guard armor in your inventory, yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. By default, he's supposed to, his base stats are supposed to be exactly as durable as Sara, but he's supposed to have a little better armor by default. So there's plenty of bugs in this modified version. It's not going to be anywhere able to be confused with being ready for another round of playtesting. I've got to get the battle system resettled with the advent of another player character. That's actually, I've got to make it so that what if I add a third character here? What'll be the case when that goes down? There's a lot of stuff to do on this. So far, I think tonight we've made some good inroads. There's a lot of work for me to do over the next couple of weeks before my next broadcast. Now, one of the things I've also wanted to do somewhat changing gears. City of Noria, right quick. One of the things I usually do with my broadcasts is I start off and I sort of show, what I've done on the previous week. That's sort of where I set down the foundation for, okay, what are we going to work on? Um, and while that makes sense most of the time, I think given sort of the way things have been going with my Twitch stream, um, what I think I would want to do instead is, sort of do my work up front and show you guys what's going on, but then turn around and sort of show you where we are, even with the bugs that I've created in the process of this episode. Sort of show you the state of the game. Because in 2 weeks it's gonna change again, and I want you to I want you to sort of see where I'm at. Even though I don't have like a super duper, well, I do have a public build, but it's like 2 weeks old. um, Even though I don't have like a constantly refreshing public build, I want you guys to sort of see this game and know what's going on with it. Because even though I am doing this program in part to show you guys game development, show you guys what lone a one man team indie is doing, I also want to promote the heck out of my game because this is going to be an awesome game. That's how it goes. This is going to be the best game I've ever put out. Definitely above and beyond the hero's journey. So now that I've got a second character, let's try doing something a little different. Oh yeah, I also added a NPC that tells you about the disco block defenses. And yeah, I sort of make fun of it because I always wondered in like this Oracle of Ages why just some random guard wasn't smart enough to break into those dungeons and undo their defenses. Now you just saw there the start of that side quest that I used in my original Thin Slice, and I've actually since implemented the guard's armor. That's a result of that. Actually looking at my stream and I'm seeing it's a little bit on the choppy side, but I think I know why that is. It has nothing to do with my graphics card, funny enough, because this is a better computer. Now this is the cave I've added. That leads to the ruins of Feldhold. I haven't finished implementing that, so we're not going to worry with it. You guys pretty much saw what I have going on there with the disco blocks. So let's go ahead and start grabbing some loot. Okay, that's enough. I wish I could figure out a way to halt the one-shot sounds. That would do a lot of good, in my opinion. Okay, so one of the things you see... Oh, crap. Bend a henchman. Okay, so there's another bug. You can act after you're dead only once, but yeah, so we sort of game overed there. Do I have Davis? No, I don't have Davis in the party manager. Funny how that works, isn't it? You know what? I don't want to go through all that again. Point is, I've got some new enemies. I've got a new puzzle mechanic. I've got a new playable character that I've started work on. Look at that hair. Isn't that the hair of winners? That's simply amazing. You have to admit, spiky anime hair does not get that classy. Yeah, we got some good stuff going on. This is there's 10 minutes left in my broadcast, so I sort of wanted to ask the viewers, is there any questions? Is there anything in particular that you guys would like to see before I stop the episode and call it a night? It's your chance to shine. I realize Twitch has a slight delay. Yeah, if you guys don't have anything you want to see, I'll probably just go ahead and end it for the night because sort of adding another playable character, it introduces some things I probably hadn't considered as well as I thought I had, but it'll be easy enough to solve. Worry not. All right. Well, if you guys have nothing to ask for, I'll go ahead and cut the stream here. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this slightly shorter than usual game dev live stream. Probably what I'm going to try to do by the next broadcast on Sunday after next is I'm going to have Davis's abilities and stuff fully fleshed out. I'm going to have the battle system properly responding to his presence, and I'm going to have done some work um, on getting the actual story going. Um, Pretty much right here where the gate is, there's going to be a cutscene after Sarah comes out of the keep up there, and uh, it's where Davis is going to actually join your party, and you will gain him as a playable character. And that's one of the things I really want to get done. That's sort of that transition point from sort of the prologue where the King of Noria is explaining the problems going on, which you have this crazy cultist guy, Ross Flugel, running around doing bad stuff. And yeah, you're totally going to go help the situation by delving into an ancient ruin in search of an ancient artifact that may or may not actually be there. So yeah, I'm hope you guys are looking forward to what we're going to have because we've got a pretty strong foundation laid for it. Anyways, I've babbled on enough for the night. I hope you guys who watched Dragon Warrior 1 earlier enjoyed it. I hope you guys who have seen this game dev live stream have also enjoyed it. These have been two really good broadcasts I've been able to do today. So I'm going to go ahead and call it here. Hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, until next time, have a great night, and I'll see you again in 2 weeks. Later.